Where's that, Teddy? Where's that? Here we are on Sunday afternoon, just about 3:30. Got up to 78. It was cloudy for most of the day. It wasn't until afternoon that the clouds started breaking. Been muggy. Wow, let's get right into it. Sounds like Frodo's antsy to get going. All right, so I have the camera at the phone at eye level, not the eye at phone level. These are the dahlia. You got one higher than me. So some of these, the earlier blooms, they did finish up, but right on clockwork, the others started opening. And these really are just so beautiful in person. This may go a little bit quicker today because we're at the end of August. We're at the end of summer almost. And there's not much left growing. Still with this one last hydrangea on here. And with here we have most of them getting old and faded. I'll go around back too. And of course the obligatory apology for the time of day. And that later afternoon light that kind of gets in the way of good filming. Right, Frodo? So things you'll hear on the video today, there's a whining in the background. That's my neighbor doing some clearing with his electric chainsaw. And you may hear some other birds around today, like non-hummingbirds. Some of the, I want to call them larger birds, have been coming back, hanging out more in the yard with some more of the finches, chickadees. We even had the blue jays coming back. Cabbages are still good. We're going to let those get as big as they can. We still have flowers on our peppers. So God willing, as long as the weather holds out, we're going to keep growing peppers. They're doing really good. Everything is doing really good in this spot. I'll insert a clip earlier in the week. We had the other cauliflower there. So just out here doing some measurements. So we have the one cabbage just on the inside there. You can see it's about 3.5 inches. This one here, just about 3 inches. But here's the cauliflower. So we'll kind of do a diagonal there, but look at that. Almost 5.5 inches. And this one here, about 3.5 inches. Not too bad. So that cabbage is ready to go. That cabbage and that cabbage are still growing. Looking good. And of course the lettuce is all going to seed, which we'll save for next year. And there's probably more peppers in here too. I didn't even look, but yeah, we got a baby pepper down here. We got big pepper in there. We got 3 peppers on here. We got 1, 2, 3. Another one starting up there. 4 down here too. So that plant's doing great. This one over here, we got 2 big ones ready to pick tonight. And this guy here, look at you. You're all plant and no fruit. What's up with that? Teddy, what's up with that? You get it. Go get it. Oh, look at, we got another pepper plant falling down over here that has 1, 2, 3 peppers on it. 4. That one's doing great too. All right. That one's, well, yeah, we'll see how big it gets, but just doing really well. And I really think the key is, a partially shaded garden. Maybe it has to do with, where we are with the angle of the sun, but everything over here is just gets too hot. There's really only a few crops that do well right out in the middle with the full sun all day long. And we'll take a look over here. And how are this one got a little stunted, but again, we're going to have to try again next year with, what are they, Frodo? Right here, right in front of me. The sticky pods, right? But anyway, we'll see if maybe they do better over there with some shade as well. But, you know, for having full sun and being watered regularly, they really took a long time to get going here. And then when they did, this one's coming back. You can see right here something chewed away. Could have been a rabbit, could have been a deer tasting. They did come through. Okra. I knew it would come through if I thought about it long enough. But yeah, just not really thriving that much. You see, getting toward the end of the season, these leaves here, pods are getting nice and brown. Yeah, more of them up there, the hazelnuts. Almost done with all the bee balm. All the guys in here scrambling around looking for anything left. I know, buddies. Of course, the good news is this did so well this year. We're going to have lots of seeds and we're going to spread it like crazy. So also for my own documentation when I look back through these. So this is the rung of the arch where it just starts to curve. So that's as high as the wisteria got for both sides. So we'll see how that looks next year. Pleiotris down here. Not so hot. Amazingly, there's still a little bit left with the red bee balm. And even yesterday I saw a hummingbird out there trying to get a little bit. What can I say? Better grass patch than sunflower patch. But the Mexican sunflower here that I've been watching all year is finally starting to develop that flower blossom on it. And the rest are coming out. You know, a lot of the smaller ones, this red one here that we've been watching, still hasn't formed enough of a flower yet to just begin to open. This one's got a little bit of a secret in there. Oh. Got another bee on there. Actually, that looks more like a deer fly. I will go in and I will get some more footage inside there, but as you can see, the Mexican sunflowers opened up. I'm really excited to show those to you. So I'll finish around up here. The moles are still at it. If they're chewing gum, they're blowing bubbles at me because I haven't noticed any cease in the activity. In fact, these holes are new since yesterday. Or mounds rather. But I have to look around. I have to wait for there to be a hole like over in here, and then I come in and I pop the gum in. Well, you see with the way the mounds are, it's really hard to find a tunnel because they're going just deep enough with the tunnel. So I don't know where exactly the tunnel is that I can, you know, pop one of these scissor things on. And I think I only have 2 of those sonic mole deterrents left. You kids coming? Come on! Because the rest are protecting the other gardens. Look at this. Look at this hydrangea. Look how huge these are. And they're all so heavy and happy that they're tipping over. Alright, so here's my hand. That's almost the size of some of the wasps' nests we get up here. Of course, the poor bees are going and looking for anything in there. And unfortunately, this particular shrub for hydrangea doesn't have any benefits for the pollinators. This is all just something beautiful to look at and make cut flowers. That's still impressive. Alright, so back here, not much. We're just waiting for this bee balm to, finish going to seed. As you can see, if that'll focus on there. The little tubules are starting to dry and separate. We did start some of the earlier ones, some of the Sweet William as well. We started getting the bags and shaking the seeds out. So we're looking forward to getting lots of seeds, thinking about where we're going to spread them around and share them with friends and family and do our little part to keep the pollinators happy. Alright, so I'll just do a faraway shot there because it's pretty to look at from a distance. And I'm glad that the rest of the hosta, the leaves still keep going even after the flowers do their thing, because it all still is just really pretty vegetation. And of course the impatiens are still looking really good. Not so much for the clematis, but that was one of the earliest things to really start giving us some nice showing this year. We still have more to do on these geraniums. There's coleus here. We've just been keeping that under cover. I just gave that water this morning, but these guys are getting dried out in the heat this week. We actually had some nasturtium blossoms with our dinner last night as our garnish. But still spread all the way out in the rock here. And now you can see where the flowers were. So there's the seed pods afterwards. But I think there's still, some flowers left to go, I think. But now it's probably going to be an even split between the flowers and the seed pods. Going to get hot again tomorrow and Tuesday with starting a little bit of change in the weather. A little bit of rain, but it looks like the general pattern is going to change. We're going to start getting cooler days, cooler nights. And from the beginning of this month, we've already lost about an hour of daylight. Mostly in the mornings, but we're noticing it earlier at night too. All right, today we're going to wrap this up. You want to come down here? Huh? Why don't you grab your sister and the two of you give me a nice big hug on camera? Yeah, okay. Oh, let's check out the lion as well. So I'm going to cut in the footage of the garden earlier in the week, measuring the cauliflower, and I'm going to take a pause and I'm going to get some footage out in the back so you can see those sunflowers. Okay, switching again to the Doggeria cam. Some of these shy guys were facing over this way, so there's precious few this year. I wanted to get every last one of them. You guys keep at it. So this was the first one to bloom. This was actually the first flower and it bloomed, and right after with the heavy rain, I looked out the window and the petals were already off of it. So these are obviously much fewer petals, much smaller inside where the seed part is, and they seem to be more delicate too with the rain. So that's something else we'll have to keep in mind. So the whole front row are the Mexican sunflowers. So we have this one that just bloomed the other day. This one, there's some color in there. These last two here, we haven't seen any pods starting just yet. But the others are forming at least one, if not multiple heads in there. So there's more color to come in this front row. Quite a bit, which we're looking forward to. And hopefully we get, maybe 5 or 6 or a bunch open all at the same time to make a nice photo at least. Hi there. Yeah, that one in the back, if you look, that did not seem to last very long. I seem to remember some of these sunflowers lasting a little bit longer than that one. But we do have this, and that one looks like it's probably going to be the tallest one we have. And it's just at my eye level, so I'm going to see how that comes out on camera, if there's any color yet on the opening. But yeah. So it's certainly not quite the same volume we had last year and not the same height. And it seemed like that first year back when we did down by the chicken coop, we had a bunch over there, but they got really big and really heavy. And they could have gotten too much nutrition, and then the donkeys were hanging over the fence and they grabbed a few. So, but we're probably going to keep doing this area. We may expand it out a little bit more because it's nice and protected. Deer really can't get in here. And they seem to like the soil underneath, so we can easily go along the fence line. We could certainly do along the fence line there and see how they do. Plus we got to see what seeds we have. All the Mexican sunflowers, which I would almost say are pretty much the star performers this year, those are new seeds that we had ordered. All the rest are seeds that I think that we had from last year or even prior years. So that could be part of the case as well. But I think I'm going to finish this clip up here. And I'll see if I get a good shot that I can linger for a sunflower or a thumbnail as well. But thanks for watching. I'll talk to everyone in September. I hope you guys are enjoying getting toward the end of the summer. Thanks for watching.